We have a visitor in the RV. Looks like he's cleaning his face. We captured him and now taking him outside. He's a jumping spider too. When I had gotten the cardboard, it looked like he was about to climb onto it. He all of a sudden jumped over almost a foot. We have a new participant on the Walk for Liberty. John's girlfriend Yuka is joining us.
Hello.
This is Will Buchanan reporting for the Walk for Liberty. It's May 31st, 2008, day 48. Brooke is back on the walk again today. Is this a battle to the death or something else? Wow, these people have a cool above-ground pool. Brooke's backpack had been bothering her shoulder the last time she walked, so today she decided to drink all my water and forgo her backpack. We're going to be walking into the city of Kennewick, Washington today. I think they need some smart lawn sprinklers. It's already sprinkling out here. Think I should challenge them to a round? John and I used to have a metal jungle gym like this when we were young. I thought that the government had banned these by now. Probably hadn't seen one of those since I was young. Of course, that one looks like it may have been made out of plastic. So much wine, so little time. They're springing up like mushrooms. I'm guessing that all these new houses that have been and are being built will be part of a neighborhood association, and that each house will have deed restrictions on it. In a nutshell, deed restrictions are limitations written into your deed on what you're allowed to do with your property. And which presumably all the other properties in that area had written into their deeds when they were built as well. I wonder if this abode has deed restrictions written into it. For example, there could be deed restrictions that say you must keep your hedge neatly trimmed, or that you're only allowed to paint your house within a certain range of colors, or that you're not allowed to hang decorations up outside your house for holidays, or even that you're not allowed to have animals grazing in your yard. However, because they're written into your deed, not only do you know about them all ahead of time, but you voluntarily agree to them when you buy your property. The reason why you might want to move into a deed-restricted neighborhood is because you don't want your neighbors to do certain things with their property, and you don't mind agreeing to those same things yourself. This is all fine and good since all parties have explicitly agreed to these restrictions before they bought their property. Here's our current location. Deed restrictions are a far superior way for being able to live in the type of neighborhood that you want to than zoning ordinances are, which are what the vast majority of city and town governments in this country utilize. Zoning ordinances are basically like the majority of your neighbors coming together and saying, we don't own your property, and you haven't agreed to this, but we're going to tell you what you can and can't do with your property. They are using the force of government as opposed to the voluntary agreements that deed restrictions are. The nice thing about deed restrictions is that each homeowner gets to pick to live in the neighborhood with the amount of restrictions that he wants. Or if he doesn't want to be restricted as to what he can do with his property, and doesn't mind that his neighbors can also do anything they want with their property, then he can choose to live in a neighborhood with no deed restrictions. The bottom line is, with deed restrictions, each person is able to have complete choice over what they want to be able to do with their property. And the people that choose differently than him can decide to buy a house in a neighborhood with the amount of restrictions that they want. There are some places in this country with no zoning ordinances. Houston stands out as one key example. This cat looks confused. Come join us and grab your electronic Bible on your way in at the City Church.
Vancouver, walk sign is on to cross Vancouver. Vancouver, walk sign is on to cross Vancouver.
Brooke commented to me that her legs are getting sore and that she's been having to march to use different muscles. In fact, this is the first day she's walked over 10 miles and she hasn't been walking much recently.
Are we almost there?
My legs and feet are usually tired at the end of each walk too, and my knee is a bit sore today. We walked just over 11 miles. Here are our GPS coordinates. This is Will Buchanan for blog.walkforliberty.com, signing off.